Hey all, it's Chaos here, and your one warning right off of the rip, this is going to be a fairly unorganized rant, so, there's your warning. But I'm going to be ranting about burnout, or specifically gaming burnout, because in recent times, I myself have been putting up with it more and more. For example, Genshin Impact is a game that I've been playing since version 1.0 when it first came out. I have been having tons of fun on the game. It was my go-to to play for quite a while. Even if I didn't have any dailies left to do, I would still find something else to go do. But for a little bit now, I just haven't really been able to force myself to bother with anything beyond like the bare minimum. And even as of the past couple months, I haven't even bothered to go do my dailies or anything, just because, don't get me wrong, I love the game, love the characters, love the story, but I've been doing the same thing over and over for how long now? No matter how much you love something, if you do it enough times, you're gonna get sick of it. I kind of had the same thing with several other games, like Overwatch. I sunk well over 1,000 hours into that game. I had started playing in the fall of 2016, the first year it came out, and then I remember basically it was right after the Retribution event, and I think that was 2018. It just kind of stopped being fun, so I started playing it less and less, and then eventually by the time Overwatch 2 came out, I was just completely done with it. But of course they did the whole Overwatch 2 thing, so I re-downloaded it, tried it again for a little bit, thought it was okay, but then fell back into the same old, where it just wasn't fun. Like, there was no point in me really even booting it up, just because I knew I wasn't really going to be in for a good time. I ended up going through pretty much the same thing with Valorant. Started out kind of fun, but then it just kind of died out for me. Like, it was the same thing over and over. And there's nothing necessarily wrong with that. Like, if something is fun, even if it's repetitive, I'll probably still, take part in it because it's fun, it's enjoyable. But at the end of the day, if it's not fun, I don't want to play. And the other problem I'm having as well is that more and more games that are coming out now are more or less wanting me to treat them like it's a second job, with the amount of grinding and unnecessary BS that they want you to do. And of course, a lot of that they want you to pay for, but you gotta grind for it now, otherwise you'll never get a chance to get some of the stuff again. And they try to take advantage of the whole fear of missing out thing, and it's so dumb. Like, seriously, if I'm gonna work a second job, I'm at least gonna get paid for it. Okay, like, I'm not doing this shit for free. Like, if I have to put in that amount of hard work and dedication and all that to something that at the end of the day ultimately doesn't matter to anyone other than myself, at least in my head anyway, that's kind of a waste of time. Like, some people, obviously to them it's not a big deal, and to those people I say, hey, more power to you, whatever floats your boat. But in my case, if I'm going to be putting in the amount of effort that some of these games are expecting of me and sinking the amount of time that they want from me, like, I need to at least get something out of it, And then there's other games where, even some of the single player games that I've been seeing come out, like, a lot of them have been like remakes, and sure, that's fine and all, but like in my case, for a bunch of them, I still have the original somewhere, so I can just play that. There are some of them that, of course, I still want to play, but my issue right now is that I'm still using the same laptop that I bought in 2015, and I straight up just can't afford to replace it right now, so I have no other choice. So that's part of my problem, but of course, I need to be able to actually afford a replacement computer first. And then the other thing as well is that I'm kind of sick, at least me personally, I'm sick of the whole battle pass thing, where even a game that you would assume to be kind of casual, not really meant to be taken super seriously, has a freaking battle pass that they want you to grind and spend money on, and like, I'm just sick of it all. Like maybe I'm getting too old for this shit or something. I don't know, but I find myself more and more unable to justify playing some of these games because it's just a chore. Like, at the end of the day, if you're continuing to do something like that that's not really rewarding in any way, it's just a chore, plain and simple. And nobody likes doing chores. But I don't know. I've definitely seen more and more people talking about this sort of thing. The whole like burnout from just the same old with a lot of games. I'm seeing more and more people talk about it. Even some of my friends have been mentioning it with some of the games they've been playing lately. I have a friend of mine that even still to this day plays a lot of battle royale type stuff. I can't stand that genre, but hey, more power to him. But even he was like, yeah, I'm getting kind of sick of this. It's the same thing over and over and over. There's, nothing really new and exciting about it anymore. And now that everybody else is, moving on to other things, there's less people to even play with or against, and just, I don't know. To be honest, I'm starting to wonder if maybe this might not be the hobby for me anymore. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still love video games and everything, and there are still plenty of games out there that are plenty fun, but more and more of them seem to just want to be a second job with the amount of time they want me to sink into it, and I just don't have that kind of time. I'm sorry, I don't. Not all of us get to, be, paid to sit on our butts all day and, do nothing but record or stream us playing video games all day. I'm sorry, but the vast majority of us are never going to see that. Hell, this whole YouTube thing that I do, I'm probably never going to be able to turn this into a job. I don't care, but for that, I don't really care. This is still just something I choose to do because I think it's fun. I enjoy, making this kind of stuff, and whether it gets 0 views or a whole bunch, I don't really care. It's still fun to me, and I'm gonna keep doing it. But for the some of the big ones, because even I've seen some of the bigger like channels and whatnot too be like, oh, if you think it's not fun anymore, you're just not getting the point of it. It's like, yeah, well, not all of us can be paid, buttloads of money to, comparatively sit there and do nothing all day. Well, the rest of us, have to go out and work a real job. I don't know. I'm not sure if maybe like it's a me thing or if there's more to it that I'm like not really seeing here. But at the end of the day, if it when it comes to games, if it's not fun, I'm not gonna play. Which is why in my case I've been going through a bunch of my old like single player games in my Steam library that I've never actually gotten around to playing, that I bought years ago. I've just been going through a bunch of those games and finally playing those because sure, the games themselves are not the newest, latest, greatest thing, but they're new to me. I haven't played them yet, so I'm gonna sit back and enjoy them and go from there. And if anybody wants to tell me that I'm in the wrong for that, they can bite me. I don't care. So anyway, yeah, I've been talking for way too long. I'll go ahead and let y'all get back to the rest of your day. If you have any thoughts on this matter, feel free to leave it in the comments. I try to be fairly active in the comment section. If any of y'all want to put your thoughts down there, I'd be happy to, if nothing else, take a look. I may or may not respond depending on how much time I have when I see it. But anyway, I will let y'all go. Have a good rest of your morning, evening, afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you are in the big wide world, and I'll see you later. Peace.